Okay, so a couple days ago, I made a video talking about Fortnite Chapter 5 Season OG, or as many other people prefer to call it, Fortnite Chapter 2 OG. I made a video talking about Chapter 2 OG, about what the end event would be for that season. And in that video, I said that the end event would be a remake of the device event during Chapter 2 Season 2. And I also talked about how in the files, Epic Games has been working on Chapter 2, Season 2. And at the time I was making that video, that was the only season that I knew about of Chapter 2 that Epic Games was working on for Chapter 5, Season OG, or Chapter 2 OG. So that led me to speculate that maybe the only Chapter 2 season we're getting during Chapter 2 OG is Chapter Season 2, just because the end event for that season would be a remake of the device event. So that led me to speculate that Chapter Season 2 would be the only season we would revisit during Chapter 2 OG. But today, we got some more news regarding Fortnite Chapter 5 Season OG, or Chapter 2 OG, as many of you guys prefer to call it. The season is probably not going to be called Chapter 2 OG. It's probably most likely going to be called Chapter 5 Season OG. Just like last year's OG season was called Chapter 4 Season OG. It was not called Chapter 1 OG. So yeah, this year's Season OG event will probably be named after Chapter 5 Season OG instead of Chapter 2 OG. If last year's Season OG was called Chapter 1 OG, then it would make more sense for this year's OG season to be called Chapter 2 OG. But since last year's Season OG was called Chapter 4 Season OG, then it's more likely that this year's Season OG will be called Chapter 5 Season OG. So yeah, just putting that out there. But anyways, yeah, today we got more news regarding Chapter 2 OG. And this brand new news proved me wrong. And it turns out that we actually are getting the first 3 seasons of Chapter 2 during Chapter 5 Season OG, or Chapter 2 OG. So it turns out that Chapter 2 Season 2, like I speculated, it turns out that my speculation about Chapter 2 OG, about Chapter 2 Season 2 being the only season we would have throughout the entire month of November, aka Chapter 5 Season OG. But basically, I speculated that since the end event for Chapter 5 Season OG would be a remake of the device event from Chapter Season 2. And since at the time of recording that video, at the time of uploading that video to YouTube, the only season that I knew about that Epic Games was working on in the files was Chapter 2 Season 2. So that led me to speculate that Chapter 2 Season 2 might be the only season we would have been revisiting throughout the month of November, throughout Chapter 5 Season OG. But today, like I said earlier, we got more news regarding Chapter 5 Season OG, or Chapter 2 OG. And the brand new news proved my speculation wrong. And it turns out that we actually are getting the first 3 seasons of Chapter 2 throughout the month of November, throughout Chapter 2 OG, throughout Chapter 5 OG, whatever you guys want to call it. So yeah, I'm not glad I was wrong. I mean, like, either way, right? If my speculation was right, and if it turned out that Chapter 2 Season 2 would have been the only season we would have gotten for Chapter 2 OG, I would have been happy, because Chapter 2 Season 2 is everybody's favorite season of Fortnite of all time. So regardless if Chapter 2 Season 2 was the only season we would have been revisiting, everybody would have been happy with it. At least I think so. At least I would have been happy, because Chapter Season 2 is my second favorite season of all time. Chapter 5 Season 4 has taken over Chapter Season 2 being my favorite season of all time. Chapter 5 Season 4 is just so good, man. I love Chapter 5 Season 4. But yeah, so it turns out that we're getting Chapter 2 Season 1, Chapter 2 Season 2, and Chapter 2 Season 3 for Chapter 2 OG, or for Chapter 5 Season OG. So yeah, this is fine. I'm happy with this. I'm perfectly fine with this. Also, one more thing I want to mention before I end off this video. It's been leaked. All of the all all of the updates for Chapter 5 Season OG or for Chapter 2 OG have been leaked. So, Chapter 2 OG or Chapter 5 Season OG, which is most likely what it's going to be called, Chapter 5 Season OG will come out or will release on November the 2nd. That is the Season 1 update. We are starting off Chapter 5 Season OG with Chapter 2 Season 1. And Chapter 2 Season 1 is going to last from November 2nd all the way through November 9th. So that's 7 days if my math is mathing correctly. I'm bad at math. I'm very bad at math. So that is 7 days of Chapter 2 Season 1. So from November 2nd to November 9th okay, anyways. From November 2nd to November 7th is Chapter 2 Season 1. And then on November 9th is this on November 9 is the Chapter 2 Season 2 update. And Chapter 2 Season 2 is going to run from November 9 all the way to November 22nd or the 23rd. But yeah, Chapter 2 Season 2, okay, anyways, let me say that again. Here it says that Chapter 2 Season 1 is going to run from November 2nd all the way to November 9. And Chapter 2 Season 2 starts on November 9 and ends on the November 23rd. And Fortnite Chapter 2 Season 3 starts on November 23rd. And Chapter 2 Season 3 ends on November 30. And it says here that the Chapter 5 Season OG end event is going to is going to be on November 30th. So that's 28 days. No, that's 29 days. Yeah, that is 29 days of Fortnite Chapter 2 OG or Fortnite Chapter 5 Season. That is not a month. That is 29 days. So I'm confused here because Chapter 6 Season 1 starts on December 1st. So maybe this is wrong here, or yeah. So maybe the leakers got this wrong. Maybe the Fortnite Chapter 5 Season OG end event is on November 31st, and Chapter 6 Season 1 starts on December 1st. So yeah, either that or Chapter 2 OG or Chapter 5 Season OG actually ends on November 30, which is weird because Season OGs are supposed to last 1 month. It's pretty weird. Well, I mean, it makes sense because we're only getting the first 3 seasons of Chapter 2, but here it says that Chapter 2 Season 2 is going to last roughly 2 weeks. So that Chapter 2 Season 2 is going to last roughly 2 weeks. And Chapter 2 Season 1 is going to last 1 week, and Chapter 2 Season 3 is going to last 1 week. So all that together is 4 weeks, I think. Yeah, I hate math. I suck at math. But yeah, that's 4 weeks. Chapter 2 Season 1 is going to last 1 week. Chapter 2 Season 2, 2 weeks. And then Chapter 2 Season 3 is going to last less than a week. So I'm confused here. I don't know. I'm just reading what the leakers posted here. Let me see what it says after. It doesn't say anything. It just ends there. That's weird. Again, Chapter 2 Season 1 starts on November 2nd. Or Chapter 5 Season OG starts on November 2nd. And we're starting off with Chapter 2 Season 1 as our first of 3 seasons of Chapter 2 OG. Chapter 2 Season 1 lasts a week. Then we go to Chapter 2 Season 2, which is going to last 2 weeks. And then on the final week of the Chapter 5 Season OG or Chapter 2 OG, it's going to be Chapter 2 Season 3. And Chapter 2 Season 3 is going to last almost a week, or a little bit under a week, I think, if my math is correct here. And if the leakers, and if what the leakers are saying is true, then Chapter 2 OG or Chapter 5 Season OG is only going to be 29 days long. So 2 days earlier than a month. So I don't know. I mean, it makes sense because we're only getting, again, the first 3 seasons, so it makes sense. If we were getting the first 4 seasons of Chapter 2 or the first 5 seasons of Chapter 2, then it would make sense. That would be a month long. But since we're only getting the first 3 seasons, then it makes sense why it's only 29 days, 29, 30 days long. Regardless, it's going to last 1 month. Either way, it's just it's just -2 days. It's just -2 days. It's fine. I'm still gonna have a blast playing Chapter 2 OG. So yeah, Chapter 2 OG is gonna be amazing, bro. Chapter 2 is where I started. I have massive nostalgia for Chapter 2. Man, the fact that Chapter 2 Season 2 is gonna last 2 weeks, man, those are gonna be the best 2 weeks of my life. Of my life, probably ever, probably. I don't know. Probably for this year. But yeah, yeah, man. I can't wait. I can't wait for the first episode of OG. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you guys did enjoy, and if you guys would like to support me, you guys can consider subscribing. But yeah, guys, that's it for this video, and I'll catch you guys on my next video. Bye. Have a great rest of your day.